So hello guys, it's Ronnie and Ariel back again.
What's up, everybody?
We're gonna do video game reviews today. What system do you want to start out with?
Oh, we gotta start with our roots. Nintendo Classic.
Nintendo Classic. Does anybody remember the original Nintendo or any of the original Nintendo games like Super Mario? Is it Mario Brothers? Duck Hunter.
Yeah, I remember Duck Hunter. That damn dog.
Yeah. The older classic games like that, compared to nowadays, are a whole lot different. The graphics have come a long way since the late 80s. We're gonna move up to the Sega. Wait, was Sega before Super Nintendo, or was that after?
It was after.
Okay, we're gonna move back to Super Nintendo to where was Mortal Kombat on there?
That was for Sega.
Sega. Super Nintendo. Me and our brother used to buy a bunch of games, and I remember one of them was SummerSlam, and that had all like the old wrestlers on there, like the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. Now when the Segas came out, you had Road Rash, or Road Rage. A bunch of... You had Mortal Kombat, didn't you, on that one?
On Sega?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Crash.
Crash didn't come out until PlayStation.
That's right. So when the PlayStations came out, or the Nintendo 64 came out, Mario Party came out, Mario Party 2, 3, Tennis, Mario Kart. You know, it brought a whole new era. Zelda.
You know, to be honest, I never played Zelda.
I did. Pretty interesting. When those game systems came out, that was like the hottest thing back in our childhoods. And I know most of y'all some of y'all may be older and had the Atari. The PS1, when it came out, it had it had Madden, because Sega had the first Madden.
I remember playing Medieval for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah. My brother had Road Rage, was motorcycles. Then you had... That was when the first soccer game came out. Was for the PlayStation 1. FIFA was the first one. So, venture into that, because that's when the first Grand Theft Auto came out. That's when Rockstar really started to come about with the first GTA. Then the PS2 came out, and Vice City and 3 were born. Because you had 1 and 2 on PlayStation 1. And then when 2 came out, PlayStation 2 came out, the birth of 3 came out, and then 4 with Vice City.
Now, I had never had a PlayStation 3, but I did have a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Sega Dreamcast, a Sega Game Gear, and regular Sega Genesis.
Which, if y'all played Vice City, you would know that Vice City with Thomas Rossetti is not an easy game, because you got that one mission where you're in a helicopter and you have to shoot all those dudes off that roof. Now, they did make a Liberty City Stories for Grand Theft Auto 3 and a Vice City Stories for before when you landed at the hotel or at the airport in Miami. First scene of Vice City would be the Vice City Stories was the light was a year or 2 years before Tommy Rossetti came to Miami. Now, if people know, was that when San Andreas came out on PS2?
I think so.
If you know the Rockstar timeline, it's kind of weird because it's not. It goes from different storylines to different storylines. It doesn't stick with the same storyline, and it doesn't have the present time or the present date on each game because people couldn't handle the present time and present date. It's always back in like 90s, 80s, 70s on every Grand Theft Auto game. It's never in the present time. Now, if y'all seen number 6, the trailers for it, it looks like it's going to be a badass game. The character, one of the main characters, actually looks like Keanu Reeves in it.
That it does.
6 is supposed to be out in 2020. Now, who knows? That's really going to be the date when it comes out, or the year when it comes out. Legions is coming out next year. It's Assassin's Creed. I see that they've brought back Crash Critical. We haven't played it yet. I don't know if it's any good. I wish they would bring back. You know what I wish they would bring back is Donkey Kong.
They got Donkey Kong
On PS4.
That's Nintendo only. I remember playing Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, I wish they would bring that back on this so people could play it. That was a fun game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good game. Like I said earlier in the other podcast, Odyssey is a good game. Assassin's Creed Originals is it's not so much. I didn't really care for it. It's too much of you level up too quickly. Odyssey, at least it takes you a little bit to actually level up. Whether Originals, if you get so many points, you level up. Like the first half is like 5 or 6. I'm already up to 6 levels on there, and it like back to back it leveled up for me. So Odyssey really had some thought behind it. Originals didn't. I think another game they should bring back is Driver. Did you ever play that? You never played Driver?
Mm-mm.
Driver is about like you steal a car and you're like running through town trying to get away from the cops.
Huh.
Very intense kind of game. The wrestling games, I mean, some of them, they need to bring out another Legends of Wrestling, like a WrestleMania version of all the old legends from Andre all the way down to Tonka. This legend, not other people, not like new age wrestlers, just the whole lineup of legends. So, I mean, if you're a gamer and you play video games, you'll know what I'm saying. And I have an idea, in case somebody is listening to this, for a horror game. Put Jason on there, Chucky, Freddy, Leatherface, put them on an island, and let them, fight it out. And whoever wins, and have story modes so that they're not just fighting each other, but have story modes to each character. You play like different levels. Like say Chucky, you play a whole chapter or 6 or 7 chapters of him. And then Chucky or Jason, you play a whole 6, 7 chapters of him. Yeah. And then at the end, they all meet and they have at each other. That would be a cool game. Or,
I mean, we got a Jason game. Why don't they come out with a Freddy game?
Or they could do. Here's another idea. Put Tommy Vercetti, CJ, Michael from 5, Nico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take all 5 of them, and they're fighting each other throughout the game. And whatever, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City, they're all fighting to take over one city. Or even 2 cities.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's... Or take Enzo off Assassin's Creed, and that guy, what's his name? Who's the guy that played Nazi? Alexio. And one of the past Assassin's Creed guys, and you put them in one area, like they did with Alexio, and you have them trying to battle out there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. See, they remade Resident Evil 2. They need to remake Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the PS4. That would be kick-ass.
Remaking of Resident Evil 3. And that's the end of our show. Thank y'all for listening.